that they are good to go, and then we will get this show on the road. Now we get to see who Super Flyju is actually going to play. Is he actually going to play Setsuka?
I would actually bet on Setsuka because I actually fought him, maybe it was like a month ago in tournament.
Okay.
And he was decidedly on Setsuka, didn't switch
All right.
after the first game either. I guess he's just interested in the character.
Yeah, sure.
I really
now again,
like
that was
Goku,
tournament, and this is a first to 10, so he definitely has plenty more opportunities to change characters if he so chooses.
for sure. And this is actually a matchup I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yeah, collection of low tiers, as we tend to call them.
Oh wow, that was a really nice counter.
Yeah, I kind of imagined that what the overall flow of the match was going to be was, oh, hey! Oh, wow, Burgle with the donation of $10. That pays for the whole stream. Thanks very much, Burgle. That's great. Fantastic. Thanks again very much. I'll get rid of that donation goal so you don't have to deal with it anymore. But, hey, Burgle, thanks very much. I appreciate it. But I feel like the ebb and flow of the match is just going to be Super Flyju being kind of crazy, like that, versus Twice a Day, who's going to try and, like, back up and keep calm.
Well, I wonder what Twice a Day decided to do there. So he got countered by an I-14 after getting hit by Setsuka's 1AA, which I think is -6 on hit. That's really interesting. I'm not sure what the decision was.
I guess, again, he has plenty of time to see, like, what he wants to do. What he wants to try and test out with stuff, which is probably one of my favorite things with regards to how longer sets tend to pan out, you know what I mean? I really like the fact that you have the ability to feel out your opponent and test a lot of things that you don't necessarily have the ability to test in a much shorter set.
Yeah, with the current format of tournaments, that's happened twice now. With the 1A. But yeah, the current format being, first to 2, you have, like...
No time.
Don't really have time to even consider character swaps. There we go.
Punish.
Okay. So that's probably why he's getting hit. He's trying to do, like, the optimal punish. That was really cool.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gotta be, like, pretty hard to stand up into that and get the B6.
Important to note, Twice a Day, I believe I've heard him pride himself on his ability to be the best evil killer around. Something that we have yet to see so far in the set, though, again, we have plenty of time to figure it. Okay, Drew, just calm down.
Wait, that's interesting. Where has this bar gone? Does it only have this one bar the whole game?
Well, Twice a Day just spent his second bar at the end of the last round. Okay, so he's gonna go with this to go into a reset? Okay. But...
Oh, he dropped the just frame.
You don't know what happened there? Oh boy. Alright.
6BA.
Now, I don't particularly think of either of these characters as a heavy wall or ring out character, so I imagine that they're just going to keep with this stage, because it's about as neutral as it gets.
Right.
Just run up all the way in 1AA, huh? Okay.
Now that round that Super Flyju did win, I think it was more about his offense, and he kind of just, like, overwhelmed Twice and then pushed him towards the wall, making him make, like, really fast decisions, and then, like, finished him off with, like, a long-range sidestep catch.
Yeah, unfortunately the exact opposite is happening at the moment.
Yeah, I think I liked the idea of the immediate approach. But it's, oh wow, please buff this character. But I like the idea. I think he recognized that he was much more successful on offense, but he just lost his turn there because he started his offense with a negative on hit low, so he already, like, gave up his turn. I feel like he should maybe consider, like, a grab, or, like, just start with something a little bit less, turn sacrificing, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's just already immediately frustrated with Twice a Day's statue blocking, where he seems to just effectively... Twice a Day seems to be just, rather than trying to use movement to... Oh, wow, what an interesting choice. Is that it? No, it's not. Now, before I finish what I was going to say, I'm curious to see how this pans out.
Also, Twice is... Wow, very nice.
Yeah, that was good.
He does not have a lot of whip recovery. So... Twice also on negative frames, he is 3 for 3 on dodging verticals with B4, and that must be really, really agitating because, like, Setsuka is actually, like, I'd say she's about as linear as Raphael. Like, her sidestep catch moves are not like super enticing, except that one, Ring of Heaven A, which is really not that great up close, but has a ton of range. So when you're like really close to her, I think I like Twice's option of just using moves with like sidestep evasive properties to like really make her not want to take her boss ring.
So I do want to mention that apparently we're having a little bit of audio delay. Uh-oh, now it looks like we might be having a controller problem as well. I'm just going to restart the sync up at the end of this game. Hopefully we won't miss much of it. Normally the actual link up doesn't take too much time. This has happened once or twice where we have a little bit of a cough in the set itself. So hopefully won't have any problems. But I do agree with, it seems like he's just overall getting a little bit... I mean, Drew is certainly getting a lot more success now, and he's gotten his full power-ups and everything, so I'm curious to see if he's going to be... Okay.
Wow.
I mean, you might as well, right? Shades of SV5.
Well, I would have really liked a soul charge there to keep his pressure on.
Is he out? He
wow.
is!
Is he really going to do it? Yeah. Okay. I really think cashing out there was a good idea. Because you gave up return and you're near the ring edge. I think you really should have at least either done nothing or soul charge.
Now that being said, I do feel like Drew is in a solid position here, because frankly, Killick with 2 bars at the end of the round may be one of the least, if not the absolute least intimidating character with that kind of stock up, because, you know, doing something like this, like one of the soul charges, is frankly a pretty big commitment. Okay.
A lot of verticals whipping, and he's not dodging the strings. He's kind of getting mixed on whip right now, and this is... Yeah, and rolling. Okay.
Oh my god, imagine if something happened there. And that's definitely not going to be it.
He doesn't want to even
go
out of evil there. I would have liked to use that to even just get out of evil, and he would have, like, you know, just like 10 health.
Is that it?
Oh wait, he's not going to die, but... Like, damn, pretty good Oki.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really awkward. Alright, let me see if I can restart it, and very quickly to see if I can get the audio and the and everything back up to snuff. That's only if my mouse cooperates. Alright, here we go. Hold on. You can do it. That looks a lot. Uh-oh. Okay, it looks okay now.
Yeah, wow, what is happening?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like twice a day, it's just like... It's almost to the point where he's being so lax where it looks like his controller is having issues, but as far as I know, it's fine.
She doesn't even have a low at that range.
Yeah, I think he's just getting caught stepping. One thing that I've always noticed about Twice a Day is that he has a propensity for sidestepping, heavily committing to sidesteps in certain situations, like Shades of Slung Meaning, except his sidestep isn't anywhere near as good, so it's not as effective.
Wow. I'm really upset that 4KK didn't connect, because that whip punish was so beautiful.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I guess it wasn't enough. Alright, Drew has been getting closer slowly but surely, but eventually he ends up...
really went like a soul charge here. Okay, he stayed patient though. Oh, missed all the just frames, so there was some real damage output.
Missed every single one.
If he had gotten... It usually doesn't matter, but if he had gotten one, it would have killed there, so I was just... a little niche thing. Oh, I wonder what that A plus B was supposed to be. I'd imagine he wanted to whip punch that. Oh, probably that. It was probably B-side A.
Yeah. I feel like if Drew ends up doing something where... oh boy. If Drew ends up trying not to pressure at disadvantage as often as he is, and allow the tit-for-tat kind of thing to go on a little bit more, it might actually be more beneficial to him, where opportunities to pressure twice a day will kind of unfold naturally as opposed to trying to force it.
Right. Oh, really? Good punish. That was good.
Yeah, stuff like this. I appreciate this kind of gameplay.
Alright, I like that he blocked a safe move and just decided to take movement as an option. I think that was a little bit better to do with, like, again, like the B4 stuff, because that move isn't safe. He just took his time. I'm glad he just didn't immediately challenge.
Not to mention with the fact that, again, with Evil Killick, the more time you just let things unfold, the better it's going to be for you.
Yeah. You're literally doing damage by not
by sidestepping and not taking a risk.
Yeah.
See, now this is one of the first times... What happened there?
Oh, that was Ring of Heaven B, and I guess it really connects a lot better if you jump over a tech crouched opponent, you know? for the lethal hit. I do see that happen quite often, where if your opponent is just stand blocking, it doesn't really do anything.
I like these sidesteps that we're seeing, actually kind of like from both players, but I appreciate the aggressive sidesteps that we're seeing from Drew. And
Yeah,
for the
really
first
important,
time,
he wins this round. He took so much guard damage. Okay, nice. Pulls out with 668.
I really feel like this is the first time that we've seen Twice a Day really feel like he has to engage and try to press the issue. For the most part, he's just letting Drew handle that, and now it's like the okay, ooh, la-di-da. Practically no damage whatsoever, but it would still look really cool.
Yeah. I'm really surprised this guard damage is coming into play. I guess it's because of all those 2-2 people's Ks. I think that does 15%.
Oh, he like fully charged it up. That was cool.
Yeah.
Something I'm noticing is that Drew just keeps whiffing in these situations where he doesn't seem to be fully comfortable with the ranges at which he needs to be attacking Killick once he sidesteps. Is that gonna reach? Yeah. Speaking of which, huh?
Oof.
Gonna go into start doing the stand stuff now. Makes sense. All right, he's fully stocked up now. Haven't seen a lot of Umbrella stands. Haven't necessarily seen a lot of Umbrella whatsoever.
Yeah, he hasn't really been using one of the easiest ways to get the Mary Poppins mix-up is off of her 6-6K, which is like 14 frames. I think poking with that is super worth it. It's -4 on block, so it's like kinda still mashable after. You can okay, I really like that whip punish. Wow, dude.
I feel like it's kind of a shame because I feel like the Mary Poppins stance is basically not really all that usable outside of the 6-6K situation. I find for the most part it's pretty easy to mash somebody out of that sort of thing. Not to mention that they don't have the blue snowflake, you could also reversal edge and beat all options as well.
I think it's really important because you're in the air too, right? When your opponent mashes to counter you on reaction, I don't think it's like the easiest thing to react to, and B, I think that you would take like very little damage. I think it's worth testing, especially in a first attempt. I think you should definitely try to see how your opponent responds to it, because you can get a lot of reward off it, especially when you have. That was really good.
Oh no! Why didn't you just see? Couldn't you have just see Eden one? Oh, okay.
It does less damage. It does less damage.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, so People's K's net damage in Soul Charge is like 85 or something, and Super is 80. So unless you're in Guts, there's no reason to spend part.
Alright, we've just evened it out 2-2. I guess my impression and perspective of the Mary Poppins stance is a little bit skewed, what with the fact that Amy, as far as I can tell, Amy has like the best answer to it in the entire game.
I mean, how do you deal with blue low?
Well, outside of the 6K situation, Amy can see it and do 3A and beat everything.
Oh, okay.
And if you're 100% prepared for it, and you have red, it'll combo into 4BB. So it's actually, like, decent damage, too.
That's probably, like, 50-something damage, yeah. But I wouldn't imagine that Killick would have a similar option. I guess if Killick was, like, really on point, his anti-air would probably be, like, AB into, like, 4KB. Which is still pretty good.
Literally every time I played another character, and I have to deal with that Mary Poppins stance, I have no idea what to do. It's very akin to when I try to deal with, like... It's very akin to when I try to deal with, like, Maxi or something, where I'm just like, oh, what, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Oh, really good movement, but Whip Punish could be just a little bit better. I liked it before when he was using B-Slide A as a Whip Punish, he was getting a lot more damage.
These 1AAs are very well
placed.
How
is this happening? This has happened twice now. -6, uses 914 and is counterfeiting.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure what Twice is doing at disadvantage that's like 20 frames or slower.
Oh, okay.
I like the
that's it!
Really good. But yeah, Regiang was so dangerous there.
Not Regiang was relatively dangerous too, though.
It
wasn't gonna kill, but yeah.
Yeah. Getting TI'd was dangerous.
Yeah. Alright, Twice bringing this back.
Super late wall splat there. Oh, he died anyway. Yeah. There's a super late wall splat there. If you actually look for it, it is like +22. You can get a 3P. It's very rare that it happens, but he was actually dead there on that combo.
Alright, we're playing a hot potato thing now. Twice a day at 3 and 2. Let's see if Drew can keep it up or if Twice a day can break the tradition. I really like those whip punches. Those are very solid.
Yeah, he's using his backstep well, but now he just took like 80 damage for it. Oh, it actually just goes for a setup and tons of guard damage. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't really seen guard breaks, but it seems like Twice like constantly has him in a state of yellow.
Yeah.
wow, patience and whip punish on the GI.
What a weird option there. I wonder if that was actually intentional. That's not a move I've seen him use yet.
Oh, BB? Okay, that's something.
I feel like if Drew were to go back to those 1 AAs he was doing before, because predominantly what Twice a Day seems to be doing at like slight advantage slash slight disadvantage is either sidestepping or statue blocking, so for the most part he's not necessarily ducking all that much. Not to mention we have those kind of weird situations that we've been talking about before. So I'm curious to see if he's going to pull that off again.
I was just gonna say, I think he would get more mileage out of his safe launcher. Oh, this is round's gonna go this way.
Yeah.
I think he would get more mileage out of his safe launcher too. If he would grab just a little bit more. He seems to only be grabbing as a whip punish, and earlier he was grabbing a good amount of mix-up. But now it's just like I don't see Twice's incentive to duck into 3-3B.
I think the main problem, I would guess that he just feels relatively uncomfortable with the range that he's forced to play against with Killick being slightly longer range character.
Wow,
I've never seen this combo before.
It's tons of hits. It looks really sick.
Yeah, that was cool. See, that kind of situation right there is exactly where he would want to grab. He decides to go with 1AA instead.
I'm really surprised that Twice just, like, Iron Wall didn't even, like, stutter in his decision making.
Yeah, he tends to do statue blocking kind of stuff.
And Superfly did not even block.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, he's dead. Yeah.
Evil Killick.
Yeah, it does so much damage.
I appreciate the fact that he is using Evil Killick predominantly in situations where he already has very low life, so that there's there's significantly less commitment to it than there would be normally.
Yeah, you've already nullified the negativity of the soul charge, which is losing health. You have nothing to lose. You just instead lose your soul charge.
I wish he would say that when he activated soul charge instead of what he says.
What?
I have nothing to lose. Like if you activate Killick's soul charge in yellow life, I wish he would just be like, well,
here we go.
and that's it. Nice block.
Oh wow, yeah, you're dead.
See, in these kinds of situations, the grab would probably be better because you're not necessarily eating as much damage.
Yeah, you're reducing the punish and you're getting more damage on hit, actually. And you're not -6.
Not to mention, Setsuka has command grabs, right?
Yeah, no, command grabs do good damage. And
well, it's not even just that, it's also just the fact that you get the +8, right?
Yeah. So you can be wrong and still, you know.
Yeah.
Like, command grabs are the real way to make your opponent duck, because no one wants to be negative when they're correct.
Yeah, you definitely need to read up on a lot of previous Woes gameplay. Woes is definitely the kind of person who will throw out grabs basically in his sleep, and he's been doing that for the past 86 years or something like that. And Setsuka in this game is no exception. Oh, wow.
I don't know if I compare her grabs to APATs, but yeah.
But just the overall abstract style of it, in order to force a kind of like tempo that where you don't necessarily have a load that's like a strong mix-up without a huge commitment, I can see it as like an abstract character archetype concept. Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Twice a Day running away with this.
Yeah, this is looking a lot less even than it was before. It was super competitive. Okay, we got a grab. I'm gonna see some disrespect here on Iki, probably. He did try to wake up and press something, but it was after he whiffed. Really good block.
I'm really surprised that Drew didn't want to spend any meter. I guess he wanted to like save it for like a CE whiff punish or something, but...
Yeah, I would have liked that he actually took a backstep rather than a sidestep there, because Killick, he on his faster moves, he really actually does not have all that much range. I really would have liked if he was fishing for a super there, that he decided to take backward movement rather than sidesteps. He also just showed that he was going to sidestep like crazy, because he sidestepped for like 6 seconds before actually selecting a move. I think he was kind of telegraphing what he was looking for a little bit too much.
So Drew ends up deciding to switch the stage. We end up getting my least favorite stage in the entire game. I wonder if he's hoping to get some sort of like janky situations to be happening. I don't know.
Despite the benefit of playing Ivy on the stage, I actually really dislike the stage too, with the inconsistent wall hits.
I feel like everybody does. I don't know anybody who's all about the only people who are about this stage are like Craven Yoshimitsu dickheads who pretend like they enjoy it.
Really, really likable if you just fix the half wall interactions and you make the starting position just
the starting position's the only thing that I care about, honestly.
Yeah, I think that it can influence the match a little too much.
Way too much. Especially for a character like mine.
Right, and there's just like a lot of situations of like Nightmare getting a terror charge at the start, or
Yeah.
maybe just pressing like
as well getting whatever weapon he wants at the beginning.
Yeah, whiffing a first word. Yeah, it is really impactful, and I think
Totally.
right now we're not seeing much of it because they both. I think almost every round that Twice has won, it's because they both ran in at the start.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like overall the tempo is so heavily in Twice's favor. He's getting so much more damage off of certain hits and certain reads, and Drew hasn't really been able to crack open the shell of his defense. With more grabs, it might be different. Okay, decides to use an aggressive Soul Charge to try and lean on the stage advantage.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that hop was intentional.
Oh wow, he just takes him out. I actually was gonna say I would have liked if he took his advantage there and just took the health lead and immediately canceled it for like the little bit
you
of
could have done that
extra
too.
health that we give, but he just closed it out with the 60 which he needed to be in Soul Charge for. So
if anything, that shows a certain level of confidence that Twice a Day has, which for Drew's sake is something that I hope that he realizes, that Twice a Day doesn't really feel scared at all about anything at the moment.
No, I mean it's
especially
such a big
with
lead.
that.
Wow, I mean. As funny as it looks, he messed up.
That was so late.
It's actually a pretty good option against certain soul charges, and I would say Setsuka's is one of them. Setsuka can't really deal damage to opponents on the ground unless she's using like her 1K stance A plus B. Just everything else is just so little damage that it just actually is a really good option to ground yourself. I personally use it as strong law, and I do think it's like a legitimate thing to do. That's Twice now. Oh, but he messed it up this time.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to pan out. Drew needs to come up with something, and again, he's just having a tough time figuring out how to crack that shell. One of the other ways that he could go about it is by playing significantly more defensive and forcing Twice a Day to come to him. But I'm not necessarily sure that Drew's the kind of player to let something like that happen.
Alright, run up 3-3B. He actually did get the reward there, but he just unfortunately dropped the combo.
Funny,
okay,
we've seen
really
significantly more grabs from Twice a Day than we have with Drew. Right. Oh, that's not it? Oh. Okay, there you go.
I'm surprised he even got the just right now. The extra damage.
Uh-oh. I like this. I like this a lot better for Drew's sake. I think being able to try and... Okay, so unfortunately, I think when I said I like this, what I meant was that I liked that he was being defensive, but then eventually it got to the point where it seemed like the only reason why Drew was being defensive was to just delay his timing, where he would just run in and
he
start aggressing.
Create like an ambiguous situation.
Yeah. Which isn't necessarily the same thing as playing defensive.
Okay, so I like so Twice is recognizing now at the -6 situations that 1AA is creating, that backward movement is just like a really good option. He'll whip punish the 6K that Drew's been mashing, and if Drew just decides to backstep because that's the only other option he's used, they'll return to neutral, where Twice has notably been winning every time.
Yeah. Yeah, it just feels like Drew isn't really comfortable with the spacing that Killick forces him to play at with regards to trying to play that neutral kind of game. And he also definitely doesn't seem to be all that confident with the whiff punishing and stuff, too. You can see him kind of backing up at those mid-ranges and getting caught by stuff like Killick Wall Rising A and stuff like that. And he's not getting the punishes consistently on Wall Rising B when it whiffs either. Okay.
It also seems like his tempo, albeit delayed, it's not awkward enough. He's been getting GI'd a lot.
Yeah.
If you really look at it.
Well, that is one of Twice a Day's major skills, is being able to GI in those kinds of awkward situations. I've always had a tough time dealing with that whenever I play against him, too.
I really would like to see a bar usage from Drew before his health gets too low and his soul charge starts to matter less.
Yeah, see, he really wants those, like, heavy lethal hit sidestep whip punishes, but Twice a Day's the slight awkward spacing is making it so difficult for him to pull that kind of thing off. I wish he would go for something that was maybe potentially less optimal in terms of damage, but would actually be more successful.
I think he was actually... It might have been a misinput for 3-3B and got 2-2B instead.
I guess that's true. I just feel like I've seen that 2-2B a lot, though. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's only lethal on reversal edge. I don't think it's like...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's something he should be aiming for, at least, but if he is, then I definitely agree with you that he should go for something. Wow, that did so...
Yeah, that was half-life.
60? Oh, yeah, but why did you do like 40 there?
Counter hit
Like
difference?
counter hit.
20 damage counter hit difference?
What's the counter hit though? What's it?
Oh, and that's
that,
game.
That's dead. Yeah, he's dead. AV.
Dude, these evil Killick situations are just too much. So, like, on top of everything that we've been talking about, Twice a Day has just been more clutch. We are now up to 7-2. 5-game winning streak, so Drew needs to come up with something real fast.
Yeah, okay, this stage, absolutely. I agree. You gotta, A, switch the tempo, just, relax, recollect after losing that many games consecutively, and B, again, this stage, I think it's gonna favor Killick and the way Twice wants to play anyway. They've both been running up, but I don't think that Setsuga has really good access to half-wall ring-outs anyway, and that's, like, a really big, prominent thing, because the stage is super small once both players, like, kind of rotate 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Like the width of the stage, I guess you would call it. It's really easy for Killick to convert into a ring-out, and you'll lose a lot of rounds that way.
You could say it's quite narrow.
Narrow.
That would be another way to say it. I got I was slammed in SE5 for calling the really narrow stage in that game wide/not wide, and then somebody was just like, "Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is narrow," and I haven't forgotten it since.
I couldn't quite get there. What stage was that anyway?
That was the Astaroth stage. That was the Astaroth factory, where the first portion of the stage was an incredibly small hallway,
that like,
and then eventually
really
you go down to like where the Astaroths are being produced.
I know exactly what you mean. I know that stage. That stage is so whack.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get that ring out.
Honestly, as much as I've slammed the stages in this game, stages in SE5 were a lot worse.
There were, what, 3 different infinite stages?
Yeah. Like, I liked the concept of the stage transitioning as time went on, but the concept of infinite stages are right up there with clean hits in terms of, like, some of the worst stuff in that game, in my opinion.
See, I really liked infinite stages if they were... I couldn't think of a way to execute them differently, but the thought of never being able to get a ring out or wall connect, I actually liked a lot.
I mean, that's fine, but I also don't like the idea of somebody effectively just, okay, well, if my character has a really good backstep, then I guess this is just it. Like, I'm just constantly running at them for the entire game.
And Maladol, these characters are just like...
Yeah, I know.
Literally never have to deal with
it caused me to not win my 3rd Winter Brawl in a row in SE5. It really bothered me, because I was going to be the only person who did that.
Did Mitsurugi have an issue with backstep?
With trying to beat Algol backstep on an infinite stage? Everybody did.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would rather think of the issue as the distance that some of the characters got on their backsteps than their movement.
I guess the only character that didn't have a problem trying to beat Algol backstep was Algol.
Yeah.
Who probably was the best at beating Backtash in the game.
Yeah, he had his own little axie.
Oh, he had that duck. It doesn't really look like Drew has been able to, like, figure something out.
Yeah, as we've been talking, Drew took a noticeable lead in this game here, though. I think the stage switch may have done...
He's actually getting those 2-2 BBs.
I would really like an aggressive soul charge right now to try to close out the game.
I agree with you, but unfortunately, that is not what
it anymore, yeah.
Okay, well, he's fully stocked up now.
Right? You get really good Oki here. He decides to back off.
Ooh, I like this a lot. It's going to force him to spend soul charge. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait, he can heal! Now he's winning! I totally forgot about that.
Oh my god, that is so cheesy!
I totally forgot. Drew, you became the victim of your own disaster there, dude.
I've never seen that before.
That is so perfect, though. He did he activated at the perfect range, so where Setsuga couldn't do anything about it, and he did it literally at 0 seconds. That was really smart. That was the highlight of the set so far. That was great.
I've never thought of that.
Yeah. When I saw Drew backing up, I was like, yeah, that totally makes sense. Really smart stuff. We haven't seen him do that yet. Well, I can see why. Oh, boy.
Oh, my god. Well, this round is looking...
Drew must be livid.
At least he'll lose this round with, like... Because it's looking like he's going to lose.
Try to do some
at least he'll lose
damage.
this round with guard pressure, right? And I think he should at least spend the bar.
Yeah, I would have agreed.
He will get it back to like try to get that out. But he also would probably be pretty likely to break his guard, which wouldn't be good. I think you just kind of want to use it now. I think if early soul charge is the easiest way to close this round out consistently. Really good Tsukiyomi punish.
Yeah, I kind of hope that we see more of these Tsukiyomi punishes that we haven't necessarily... Oh, okay! Oh, no! Okay, setups!
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Still getting tons of damage. Still hasn't been hit yet.
So the question is, okay.
Yeah, I like that a lot. The move is safe. If you're noticing your opponent's doing a lot of just like general forward movement.
I kind of don't like it because now he can't soul charge out of this. Oh, you lucky ducky. Throw out your lucky duckies in the chat for Drew. Boy, howdy. That should have been... I think that should have been a mix-up for death, right? Like, he would have gotten CE into, like, you were dead to a poke.
The CE, it did get the damage adjusted. I don't think it does more than, like, 100 when you're at, like, no health. It used to do, like, way more, right? But I think he would have been, out of, like, death to poke range for sure.
Yeah, something like that.
This game has slowed down significantly, but now they're really close up. I wonder how that's going to change. Really nice counter, wow. He's been getting 6B counter at the lot lately. Oh, yeah. The tech trap. Okay, so that tech trap is actually, like, super sick. But if you can confirm it, that plus 14, 16 situation you get is a really good spot to 6K to get that guaranteed mix-up. I like the BB. He's still got something, but you can definitely get a little bit more.
Sawflats, thanks very much for the donation of the $5. That's going to get us halfway to the next stream, and I very much appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely like, there's a slightly awkward play. Ooh, look at this! This is what you need. Unfortunately...
That's uncharacteristic, almost, I'd call it. Like,
yeah. Oh, no. It's just the unfortunate thing is that it took him so long in the set to start pulling this out, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, doing that at disadvantage doesn't really work too well.
I don't know so much about that. Yet another
it
RE.
Really is just it's just a low crush, I guess I would call it. It moves that tech crouch in general. It is really well at dealing with, but that's really all it is. And you kind of have to be pretty close to your opponent to jump over them, right? So.
Okay, here we go. Now he's actually getting it to the point where Twice a Day is trying to press buttons to try and get in. Oh, that's so scary.
That doesn't work on normal hit. Yeah, we're just getting out of there.
Yeah, but like Drew's the kind of person who would have gotten hit by that because he tried to mash in between.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, on the string. I could see that.
See, I like the fact that he's just staying put now whenever he hits with that 1AA. It's a cash out.
Yeah,
it's not a portion of pressure.
It's just like providing the +6 and like isn't like, you know, spazzing out by doing like some movement or some janky stuff.
It's too far. Oh, wow. I could have sworn that was going to be too far away because it has been like every other time.
Yeah. He's been having a tough time landing the supers, but there you go. That was really good. I was gonna say though, I really would have liked the soul charge after the 1AA too, if you're gonna do anything, but staying calm is good too if you want to save your bar. And I mean, yeah, you saved his bar and got mileage out of it, so. Now the thing is, when you're in a losing situation with Killick, I feel like it's a little bit more tough to find a good spot to spend the bar, because it's like, yeah, you want to use it when you're low health, but it's like, you can't really use it defensively to, like, preserve your health, because otherwise you have to cancel the soul charge. You can't use it like a normal soul charge where you, like, want to just get out of a mix-up, really.
Ooh, that was such a... crazy... Oh, I love that 2B. It didn't work out, but I love that 2B. I'm actually really surprised that 2B didn't work out either, because I could have sworn I would have bet all the money in my pockets that the 1AA was going to be coming. Alright, so that's 7-4. He has
deal with fan blocking, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, again, something that we see in these kinds of exhibition sets, these long sets, is people getting certain, like, being able to snowball, getting a lot of momentum, and so far, Drew's momentum is getting 2 games in a row, while Twice a Day was getting 5. So, you still have a lot of work to do, and even then, you're just going to get up to tie to the point where Twice a Day might come up with something, how to adapt to your adaptation. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to play from a deficit of, I think he's now 4 games down, 7-3? Or
7-4 now.
Okay.
So he's 3 games down now, and he's already...
Need, much stronger of a momentum shift.
Yeah, he'll need to get, like, a much bigger momentum shift in order to beat Twice.
And right now, it's, if you looked at the game and the score, you'd think, this win streak might end here. Okay, how is he
nice
doing that?
Nice cancels. That was that looks really good.
By that.
Yeah.
I'm much less impressed by it if he plays on stick and I think plays this.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Never mind.
Yeah, you're not cool. Is he spend the bar here? Okay, no, just yeah.
Oh come on, you got it out. You didn't see that coming? What? I mean, I don't know.
I see why you act that way, but like when you're really low health and you're kind of just like
nope,
really near like I guess tunnel visioning like a whiff punish.
Yeah, if you're like being stupid, then you're gonna get hit by it. I agree.
I don't think tunnel visioning at low health is a bad idea.
It is very bad. Any sort of vision that's not double is one of the worst kinds of visions you can get. Mark my words, children.
Wow, what a B6. That looks so precise.
Don't try to change the subject.
Wow!
Jeez.
I'm excited, I'm sorry.
It's not dead. What's gonna happen? Okay, yeah.
And it's so hard to do anything there because, like, Killix
You have nowhere to go.
known to be the you can't soul charge after my soul attack
Exactly.
Players.
I find 9 times
like,
out of 10 the
figure
best way to deal with that situation is just to initially just block, just stand there, and then the millisecond you see any sort of attack charging up, that's when you do it.
Yeah, to respond to an animation with soul charge, I agree.
Yeah. Or if he ends up doing BB, then you just block it and then you do it.
If you stand guard and break forward, you pretty much mitigate all the damage output you could really do. The highest damage thing you could probably get out is the back grab, which is like 60, which is still a lot. But you definitely don't want to get forward grabbed by the character in soul charge. And, I mean, again, yeah, it opens up the opportunity to slowly respond with your soul charge back, which you really want to do, and just get him off you.
I just want to double check just to make sure. It's totally cool if he wants to take some time and everything. I just hope that Drew isn't under the impression that that was it, because it's only 8-4 at the moment. He's got plenty of characters that he can go to if he so chooses, but if he's doing the kind of thing that I tend to do, which is just take a minute to yourself to try and contemplate what's going on, / just kind of calm it down to try and figure out a way to settle your mind. It's what I tend to do all the time.
Samurai is in the house.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just recollecting. This kind of spot here in the first attempt 2 is one of the more like frightening spots, like when your opponent has 2 games left, because it makes you think that if you spend any more time switching to a character to give your opponent,
it's gonna be too late.
It makes you think like, I don't have space to lose with this character, and if I do end up losing with this character, my opponent now has 1 more win to get, which will confuse me to what character I should select.
But that being said, I kind of wish that he had tried one of his other characters before. I do appreciate the commitment. Obviously, this isn't something that's...
What?
That was real? What is...
What?
That can't be true. That's insanity.
What did Drew do in that time?
Oh my god, got a sandwich, I guess. He got, like, his pet
like
to hold down the guard button that whole time. Jeez.
What the hell?
That blows my mind. I have never done it for that long.
I've
definitely had those situations with woes before in the past where we've done it for, I don't know, 1.5 seconds or something like that. Not 5 seconds.
I think I would need to be at much less health to consider being that careful.
Yeah.
I do not think I did that. I broke in like 2-3 seconds. I did something.
Now that being said, you're an X player and I'm an Amy player, so of course we're thinking about pressing buttons somewhere.
But I feel in danger if I'm guarding next to my players that long. It's not even so much that I want to get my offense started. It's just like I'm in a mix-up if I do nothing.
This is so weird. Drew is playing so lame now. This is crazy. I've never seen him play like this.
Oh wow, that was almost the sickest Clash Confirm ever. Almost 6K.
One of the other things.
That's so much
oh man, shoutouts to Shiba and SE5.
Yeah, oh my god.
I want to mention, just so you guys know, Twice a Day is from the Houston area. So out of these 2 players, our server is in Virginia. So Twice a Day had the largest chance for potentially being having a tough connection with the server. So it would be kind of interesting to hear if Drew was having a problem with the server when. He would probably be the person. Oh!
Wow, that was fantastic!
No! Oh, well, I guess it was fine.
Yeah.
I guess I freaked out for no reason.
I'm pretty sure Lethal is only plus 14. You have to do either Umbrella over 60k.
Yeah.
But
it was just like the timing of it was like really, really good.
Yeah.
God, this is so weird. This is such a chess match right now. What?
What is happening?
Drew, is this the same person?
Someone else is playing.
Dude, shoutouts to Boom straight up lying in the chat right now.
Dude, what?
I don't know what's going on right now. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Too. That half-health sequence into patience.
But it doesn't even seem...
Wow! Yeah. Oh my god!
Is he gonna do this? He's got a CE for a whip punish. Oh no, he gave it up with that. Did he need to spend a meter to kill there?
To kill?
If so, Killick really sucks.
Okay, it is a horizontal low, Jay.
Yeah, that you have to hit 4 times and it's unsafe.
It's barely unsafe. It's like -12, I think.
It's Setsuka. Anything that's slightly unsafe is, you know. Oh, I don't know so much about going to those lows.
Oh, he isn't teching after this, giving him way
Yeah.
better OP. I don't like that.
He hasn't been teching in a lot of situations. Oh, that was a hell of a lot of damage. She whiz.
Yeah.
Look how much.
It also
damage
looked
he
really
did.
cool.
I mean,
Got the
this
last
is,
flower on it.
I would agree that this is definitely the way to play against Killick. Killick, not exactly the like. He has slightly bigger range than Setsuka, but
Okay, but you got the situation you wanted. You gotta get your reward. He's not reacting to it. At this point, I
oh my
think
god,
it's a
he has
soul
it
charge.
again. He has it again. Oh, he got him.
Oh, he's gonna spend the bargain for the mix. Yeah. Okay. He was side turned.
Yeah, even slightly side turn, you can't sidestep that BB.
I was gonna say I probably would have moved. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going with that kind of a whiff punish, but I don't even necessarily know if that's the best way to go about it. Honestly, I would make him run into like a grab.
Okay, thank you. I really enjoyed like the not super low health soul charging.
Ooh,
Very nice. He counter hit the get
into
down
that
button.
mix.
Won't be able to skate hold.
Nice block.
Okay.
He's got that evil Killick on deck.
Yep.
Okay,
There
here we
we
go. He's got that stage.
You are
position.
near the wall in -8 now.
No, not that hop.
I don't think
Okay.
the jump was a bad idea. It makes it impossible for her to combo you into super, right?
What
You
about
kind of
Can
forget
Can
the
into
damage.
into CE?
That
That would have worked.
does that combo an air hit?
I actually don't know. I would have just assumed that it does. People in the
Makes sense
chat,
that
I
it
know
does.
there's like 15,000 Killick players who are in there. Let me know. Is Can does Can combo into CE if it's on air hit? I would have assumed it does.
I
You
think
just
it
have to
actually
delay it
doesn't.
slightly.
Yeah.
It does not combo on air hit. Well, okay. But still, Can just on its own is a lot of damage.
Yeah, but again, as long as you're not getting supered, you don't die there. So I guess the non-death game plan there, I agree with, is what it is. We're seeing a lot of the B4s again. But even that time, he selected a horizontal move.
Actually got twice a day to duck. That's like one of the first times we've seen him do that.
Yeah, I guess he's ducking for the 1AAs, but I really, again, if I were twice, I think I really wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I would just be eating them, because again, he's been getting damage when he gets hit, because again, Drew will still do the 6k, or he'll back up and he'll return to neutral, which effectively is giving twice damage. I think that, again, he shouldn't be worried much about low and grab interactions yet.
Yeah, especially with the fact that the grabs haven't really been coming, and especially with the fact that Drew is taking anywhere between 30 and 50 of the seconds in every round to just not do anything.
Wow,
I mean, it's
what a
being
counter
really
hit.
effective, right? Uh-oh. Ooh!
Wow,
He still has that CE.
so much pressure and, like, turn stealing.
Oh, wow,
Okay, that
dude.
was-
That was
I-
really
I-
good.
I do disagree heavily with the move he selected to do there.
With the CE, or you
not
mean
just
twice a day doing the kicks, the 3-3K?
the
or whatever?
6-6K?
Yeah.
I think that was a bit, like... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think twice a
Whenever
day was
you and your
expecting...
opponent are both in guts and you both have a bar, I think it's like the standard someone is gonna get supered situation here, and the easiest way to get supered is to do a slow vertical, right?
This is so interesting. If Drew ends up pulling this off, I'm gonna be so impressed. Well, he ends up losing that round.
That's
the way
fine,
it
I guess.
is.
He hit full bar, and it's like, whatever. You don't really want him to, like, just guard damage you to death before you even just die.
I think Twice is just really not expecting such a radical
Was that a
difference in
punish?
Ooh, I think the first time Twice tried to do what he was able to successfully do that time, he regular GI'd. Wowee. Okay, that's a lot.
Okay, really enjoy Soul Charge here. Okay,
And
did
now
the
Soul
BP where he
Charge.
actually thought he
And now
would.
you're gonna do a Soul Charge. And not
Low
now.
health. He dies to 1k,
well,
but yes, it's B.
I still really feel
He
like
gets
that
there.
bar could have been used. I don't know.
It was really hard once he had gotten hit there, though.
Yeah, it's so hard. 2 bars to 1. Whenever we're in this
Countered on the
situation, yeah, I
string.
like the Soul Charge immediately.
6-6A? What? Yeah, I agree. That was good. Just push your +8, make sure your opponent can't disrespect you.
Oh.
A+B, very nice. A lot of
It's
damage.
just gonna immediately do it again, that makes sense. Now you gotta deal with this evil Killick stuff. Ooh!
6-6A 2B, that was actually really good. Actually, I think on hit you can't step 2B.
Yeah,
if
that
you get
makes
hit by
sense.
6-6A. So it was just a really good like situation to just close out your opponent and force them to kind of like only respond with GIing, which I feel like would want to do at that health total, but you wouldn't die to the mix-up. So
It's important to note we are now at 8-6, so we were at
It's looking a lot more
1.7 to
competitive,
3.
yeah.
So we're definitely getting closer. The matches are taking significantly longer, which, weirdly enough, is in Drew's favor. Shades of
The
Woes
run-
mix up there.
the
He doesn't get the
consistent
wall.
running to counter it. This is not happening again. There's no way. Yeah. See, that I really like though. That is a really good option. Also, he should have been coming here. This is not real, but hey, look at this damage.
Well, also, I'm kind of surprised that Twice didn't break that, because that's like the number one thing that you always want to deal with. Definitely somebody who didn't play SE5.
Wow,
Oh
really?
boy, here we go.
He caught him backstep. He must have spammed it because Killick is -4 on hit.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have been getting I-18 there.
Drew's being so obnoxious right now. This is great.
That
This
was-
is what you do.
I agreed with every decision made in the past 6 seconds.
Yeah.
That was so.
Dude!
Yeah, he's
Drew's
really
like an
generating a lot
AI
of,
player right now.
A lot of them. That's, like just mileage out of movement. It's just a really good option.
Well, I just feel like, okay, so we've been talking about a lot of what Drew needed to do and what he's now done. What does Twice need to do to figure this out? Because it seems like...
off this momentum right now.
Yeah, because it's not even necessarily obvious, straightforward...
Oh, is he out?
No, he's
Oh,
not
wait,
out.
They nerfed it.
No, yeah, Setsuka ring out is terrible. Gets
Yeah.
that duck. So what do you do when somebody's just guessing correctly about pretty much everything?
I
And
think you
is
slow
being
the game
lame about
down.
it, too.
I
But
think
he
you
can't-
just
He
slow the
can't
game
slow
down.
the game down. Drew's slowing the game down.
I think you have to play slow with him. I don't.
I mean, he's been trying to do that for the past few games, and it's just not been working out.
But see, like.
But also,
Giant
Killer can't
disadvantage.
necessarily be a
He
guy
won't-
who, like, approaches.
Twice has been guarding significantly less. I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what he's
Isn't
supposed to do
taking
there.
max damage in a lot of these situations.
Okay,
He's
here
like
we go.
opting for mix-ups. So we're gonna get a lot of damage here. We actually could convert into a ring out, maybe.
No.
Wow, was it a wall splat?
Yeah, if he had another wall splat, then I think he would have gotten it. Nice block.
Okay, he actually is coming on these knockdowns now. I like that. Giving him significantly less Oki and blocking low with that ring.
Drew's timing is so hard to tell right now.
Wow.
Is he dead? No, he's
Okay,
not.
he's out of range.
That
That's unfortunate.
CE is just not working out for him. Why not
He
soul
can
attack?
convert into these with like you can just easily do like a 6-6B into super. It would do like the same damage, and
Yeah.
it would have way more range. And you can keep it low execution too. You don't have to do the hard version. You can definitely just do that when you're backstepping.
He had to
wow,
block that.
what was that 3B block? What did he have
Ooh.
to block that?
He made him block so many of those low hits. Okay, what do you get here? All right.
Okay. At this point, I think actually, yeah. I think just having 2 bars for next round is better at this point. Like,
Yeah.
coming back with soul charge there, especially with one like sets against, it's just so much harder.
And again, I would say 2 bars with Setsuka in the end of the game is better than Killick with 2 bars.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I just, again, if you want to make full use out of having this much bar, I think the second you get this advantage, you really just want to spend your bar instead of taking more damage.
Okay,
See,
how
that's
do we
what
get
Twice
out of
is
here?
doing.
Oh, he got the
There you
RI.
Yeah,
Here
but
we go.
I agree with the decision, but okay. Just taking the guaranteed, like, what is this, like 60, I guess?
Something like that.
It sucks, right? And you lose a good amount of soul charge bar for it. You also got RI'd. Wow, he doesn't have a soul charge anymore.
Okay, that's a
So you are
lot.
out of bar.
Yeah, but that is a lot.
This is going to do at least like 90, right?
I'd be willing to
And
bet that if
you
Twice
can
Day
decent Oki.
really gets into a bad situation, he's going to
Wow.
do soul charge into heal. No, why would you do that? Oh my god! Why did he do that?
I really in this situation where all your opponent has to do is be familiar with the string. I think that was just way
Did he
too
just
hasty.
assume he may have gotten like a flubbed input of sorts where he meant just to do BB, but because of his adrenaline, he ended up just pressing it a little bit too much.
Yeah, that definitely has happened to me too.
All right,
Just a
guys,
really
8
intense
to
situation.
7.
Wow, again, the set looks like way more real now. It definitely was so in Twice's favor to the point where you think you could call it.
Yeah, I was under the impression, but again, I wasn't aware that Drew was going to be able to adapt to this extreme, because the fact of the matter is, what Drew has been doing over the past, I'm going to say like 5 or 6 games, has been really weird. It's just been such an odd thing that I don't think I've ever seen from Drew, where he's like, not just... I've seen him do things where it's like, it's a very weird move option or timing weirdness, but like, coupling that with like the lane playstyle is really surprising to me.
I think I'm a fan of Drew Setsuga. I was not a believer at first. I was more of a believer in his Sophia.
Then you saw her face.
And
now you're a believer.
I forgot the other lyric.
There's not a trace of doubt in your mind.
It is without a... Oh my god. I should have taken the bet.
I'm pretty
I
great.
didn't know it.
Oh, sorry, you were saying something else?
No. Nothing more. Really nice UTB. Again,
This is something else I want to mention, is that it really seems like if Twice a Day is taking a bet on a button and attack at the very end of a round, he seems to be predominantly going with verts, which has been killing him over the past few games. And so, you know, Killick isn't want of...
What a whip on it!
Yeah, that was pretty insane.
I am having a good time.
Actually, what?
Oh!
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, he
Could not have been more optimal. And I really like the patience just calmly step guarding out.
Still kind of wish that he had spent bar, but if he doesn't have to spend it, it's probably for the best. Oh, come on! You didn't see that coming?
Yeah, it's a little too... You have to be aware that his back turn K is like I-14 with like a really fast vertical DI on it. Like, you
and
really just should respect him back
in a
turn.
lot of situations you can't sidestep it because this is Soul Calibur 6.
Yeah, it has a really, really good hitbox on one of the sides for sure. And but it is unsafe. It is minus 14, I think. I think it's really worth just respecting back turn Killick.
Just mid parry. That's what you
Yeah,
should do.
he actually kind of does have a mid and high parry at the same frame.
Yeah, come to think of it, Drew hasn't used the parries literally at all in this entire set.
Yeah,
Dude, look at this backup!
Wow, okay, that was actually really great. B6? Okay, 3B lethal, it still works because he was in Soul Charge last round. Probably just wants to build up more bar.
By the way, he does have the Yellow Moon, so he can Tsukiyomi now as his punish.
Oh, I think he might have tried there.
Yeah, I think that's what that was supposed to be. He's got 2 bars. Again, I appreciate this lane play. Jump A for some reason. Look at how awkward this is.
A little disrespectful there when you blocked the launcher, though, and now you're getting a little linear. Now at this point, you want to spend the bar while your opponent doesn't have bar.
Oh!
Ooh, you got the really good duck. I really wish he
Tsukiyomi
took more damage on it. Wow, good delayed offense. That was great.
Dude, he has taken... So instead of attempting a mix or attempting a different aggressive option at the same timing as he was doing it before, Drew has effectively said, what if I just do the exact same kind of mix that I was doing before, except instead of waiting 1 second, I wait 76 seconds. That's essentially what's been happening.
Also kind of zoning.
Yeah.
With his health lead. He... Really nice block here, though. Yeah. Nice.
Dude, Drew has to... Okay, here we go.
Okay, that's good mileage towards the wall.
He's probably gonna... Yeah, I was gonna say, he's definitely gonna use meter here. 1, because he's at yellow health. 2, because he had the stage positioning.
I really like this option. I really did like that. That it was so effective, too. I didn't expect it to be that effective to the point where he'd win the round off of just rolling. But yeah, again, you force Killick to use moves that aren't as damaging when you just roll there, and you make him take damage. You're dealing damage by not getting up. It's really, really smart to do that.
It's important to note, we now have a fully tied up set. Not something that I expected to have happen 10, 15 minutes ago.
But it's tied up with Drew's momentum still in play.
Yeah, heavily so, yeah.
Wow, you really would have called the set for twice if you looked at it like
10 minutes
15
ago?
minutes earlier.
Like, it was probably going to be... I would have expected it even when Drew was starting to get a little bit of momentum. I wasn't expecting his momentum to get to this degree. Now, that being said, all he's done is tied it up. So both players are 2 games away from
now they can
getting
actually
the win.
like kind of play the tournament set where it's like the person who gets the 2 wins the entire thing.
Yeah, but that sucks for Twice a Day in this scenario, because it's like, okay, I have to play against... It's like playing against, like being in losers and having to play against the person who's just been winning the entire time.
Yeah. You have to play winners finals from losers.
Oh my god, Twice a Day is trying to amp it up. So Drew amped up the...
Wow! He got him to flip, though! After all that patience!
Look at this, dude!
What? Okay, I'll find out.
I'm like rolling around in my chair. This is insane. Oh my god. This might be the only time in the history of my experience with fighting games.
Yeah.
This is going to be the only time in the history of my experience with fighting games where I'm going to be so excited to see infinite timeouts for the rest of the set. anytime I see this in Smash, anytime I saw this in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, anytime I see this anywhere, I'm like, wow, this is lame and boring. This isn't lame and boring, this is crazy!
This is actually, it's so much harder to execute a timeout in Soul Calibur.
Yeah, in a game where you're dead in 2 hits to
And, like,
safe launchers.
And every character in the game has access to, as long as they have a bar, to literally stop the timer and force gameplay. You can force gameplay in this game. But
oh my god. How is
he's
this
constantly
happening?
just ripping away at his health bar with just defense.
Dude, we were talking about the sheer level of patience and defensive capability that Twice a Day has had, and it's crumbling! It's crumbling to a... It's like the concept of like a mountain being dwarfed by a larger mountain. Made out of walls. How is he doing this?
A steel mountain.
It's a steel mountain.
Yeah, there we go. Alright, it's his turn. See what he does with it.
Do 3-3-B a whole bunch of times, that's fine. Okay, well...
I think he should die to this.
Yeah. Just enough.
It like barely killed, because Guts plus GI scaling makes it do like 30.
I gotta say, one thing that that GI reminds me of is the fact that, like, due to this awkward pressure / no pressure that Drew has been pulling off, Twice a Day has not been able to get that that post GI stuff all that often.
With that option, it's actually pretty decent.
Yeah. Oh, that's death.
Oh, you
I
are
think.
dead.
Yeah.
Ring out.
You're not even gonna have to deal with the ring out.
Huh?
Oh my god. So 1 bar to 2. And in the last round, to see who's going to break the tie.
It's really winnable for Drew right now if he can just, like, manage to play defensive, get some damage out of it, and get that health lead and secure the...
I would say it's pretty winnable for both players. I don't really know Twice a Day cares whether he has 1 or 2 bars.
Well, yeah. He effectively has 2 bars, because the super is free.
Yeah. Ooh! He got fully stuck up, so he can now undo Soul Attack into something.
16. Ugh. Can get a little bit more there. I would have enjoyed a Soul Attack or super there. Definitely want to get your bar out early. Get as much damage on Killick as you can.
Oh, nice block.
That was a really good block. Wow, this is looking really good.
Nice
punish. Slide A.
Oh my god, Drew. Oh, here we go, though.
Okay, I really like soul charging out of this pressure.
Yeah, for sure,
okay,
for sure.
Great, fantastic.
But of course,
You only
now
have
the
to really land 1 move.
As you were talking about, the timer has stopped. So
Yeah. He's forcing gameplay, but it's
no.
Okay, that's exactly what he's looking for. But okay, the whip recovery kind of cover you there.
Is he gonna try to heal? No, he's gonna try to do can-cans.
Okay, I was just gonna say it's way too risky.
Oh my god!
Right now.
It's not dead yet.
Up for death.
Oh, Twice a Day getting it back. Oh.
All right, so momentum has been stopped.
Well, it is important to note that in the middle of Drew's momentum, Twice a Day got 1 or 2 games as it was going on as well. So Drew has stuck with the style even when it wasn't necessarily netting him games, and I definitely feel like he shouldn't change a thing because that was literally just like 1 guess right, and he won the match.
Yeah, I think he's having trouble staying patient now because he did engage this round.
Yeah.
You can see that he is kind of burnt out on waiting so much.
Yeah, this is like if you saw Naruto, this is like Drunk Rock Lee, where eventually he just like passes out. But before that, man, he's just insane. Oh wow!
Fantastic, good damage, good Oki.
And just leaves.
Take it,
he just leaves. Oh my god!
I don't know if I agree with that though. You
have
absolutely. You have pressure.
Absolutely, you leave. You leave so hard right now. I'm surprised he hasn't even backed out of the server. He's playing so lame.
He could have probably killed the throw mix up there. Would have really liked if he took his pressure there. I think he's being a little too patient at this point.
There is no such thing as too patient here, Jordan. Look at how patient everybody's being.
That was a soul attack misinput for sure.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, scary.
Wow, clash.
Nice clash setup.
He is +4, right?
Oh, Drew.
Yeah, grabbing here is definitely the way to go. You need some damage on the board right
now. Wow!
What the hell?
Alright, that's not gonna do it yet, but pretty close. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Twice a Day, 1 round away. Did Drew crumble? Did the steel mountain, did it rust? I mean, yeah, you get that, but it's alright.
Gives him 2 flowers. Only needs 1 more counter now to have a complete sets. But I don't know if it's gonna be enough. He's gonna need a lot here. I'm guessing right on a lot of mix-up. And there we go. Now it's
well, at the same time, he could just go back to what he was doing before. I wonder why he stopped. Was he just not able to
you
keep it
have
up?
the health lead to provide. Yeah, see, you're getting the whips. You are getting the same gameplay as before, where your opponent is making mistakes. Pushing advantage, I like it. I don't know if he wanted that neutral jump though.
I also like how awkward he's being on the ground. It's screwing up twice a day's Oki. Okay, no. But when that kind of situation happens, you cash out by backing
Hey,
up.
Twice needs to just like let this round go.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, okay.
He doesn't want to burn any of his potential options that could
He
screw
took
Drew up
like
in the
a
future.
decent amount of guard damage.
Yeah.
There. It isn't showing yet, but I really like if you just like kind of let it go. Definitely not commit any bar there either. And definitely not get countered by that 6B.
Ooh, nice backup. I don't think he was expecting to be able to back up that second hit.
Yeah,
Tsukiyomi.
I usually suggest ducking it.
Tsukiyomi.
Come back to it too.
Look at how weird this is! Ugh.
Combo. We expected a counter hit, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
he could have gotten
should
another
give you
Tsukiyomi.
something.
Yeah, back it up. Back that up.
Okay, guard. Oh, what?
Dude.
It came out of like.
Oh my god,
26.
Drew.
No.
Top,
refuse to
down,
believe.
backing up. That's the way I like to see Setsuka play Soul Calibur 6.
Ugh. He knows he can get the.
Oh
game here.
no!
He's getting antsy.
He
Yeah.
no, he got screwed up. He tried to soul charge. The camera switched.
Oh.
I'd be willing to bet that that was the case, but the camera did a reverse. I'm willing to bet he meant to do soul charge
He
slash
was
soul
on
attack.
1P there.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate.
See, like, he's being lame now, but he doesn't have the life lead. You don't necessarily need the life lead to play lame, as long as you're just, like, zoning it out appropriately and
But
playing
it will
patiently.
make you
No.
nervous to like see the timer go down when you have lower health.
It can be very
to mix up
nerve-wracking.
away.
No!
Gotta punish that. Oh, he tried.
I like the soul charge, though. Oh!
Wow. Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, no, that's
Congratulations to Twice a Day. Wow, that was weird. What a weird set. Holy hell. One of the closest sets we've had. 10-8. Solid job by Twice a Day, keeping it calm, keeping it controlled, even when things were falling away for him. Drew with the amazing adaptation to go into the weirdest level of Yomi level 70 billion that I've ever seen. Oh my god. That was crazy.
I really enjoyed that set.
Yeesh Magish. Hoo-wee. I'm sweating.